It's DIY with Key. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of DIY with Key. For today's video, I'm going to be creating a balloon wall. So Christmas inspired is going to be red and green, and a little bit of white is going to be included. So let me go ahead and start showing you what I'm using. So here are the poles that I'm using for my balloon wall. I purchased these poles and this like wood base probably like 6 or 7 years ago, but they still work like perfectly. When I purchased them, it was originally only for columns, but I've since then found many different ways on how I could use them. So now we're making a wall. I'm using green, red, and white balloons. My balloons are a variety of sizes, so 12 inches, 9 inches, 5 inches, 16 inches, and yes, I like to use different sizes just to give whatever I'm doing, whether it's a organic garland or a column. I like the organic look, but I like my stuff to look like it has some dimension or depth into it. So that's what I'm using. I make sure I link all the balloons and supplies that I'm using below so you can see everything. I'm gonna start the wall off with building columns first. So before we even start, I'm gonna go ahead and blow my balloons up, but then when we build the wall, I'm starting with my columns, and then I'm gonna make separate or like organic columns and connect them to the poles. You'll see, it's hard to explain, but you'll see once we start filming in the video. So let's go ahead and blow some balloons up. Balloons blown up so far, so I'm gonna go ahead and start creating this column just so I can show you how I'm stacking everything on it. So when I'm creating my columns, of course I take 2 clusters of each of the colors that I'm using, just so that all of the colors can be evenly distributed. Then I'm going to, of course, so I take 2, I crop. Oh, they can't see if you do that. Go put it over there. The more kinky, go ahead. Like kinky straight stuff. So I take 2, I cross it more cool like that, and then I'm going to split it open like that, and then I'm going to rewrap it around the pole. So this is what we have so far with the first pole. I just wanted to show you how it's coming together. Of course, I tried to do the sizes just similar for the pole, and then once I put the actual wall together, then I'll start putting like different sizes up there just to make it more organic. And then also I always put a balloon at the top of this like metal pole, just because rubbing the balloons against the pole will cause friction and then it'll pop the balloons. So this is what we have so far, and I'm about to create the other one with that pole right there. So I just have to blow up my balloons, and this was perfect to do first because now I know exactly how many balloons I need to use for that pole, so I can go ahead and count and then not just be like doing unnecessary work. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back to y'all once I'm done. So here is where we are. I ended up finishing this pole, and after doing that, I also created a whole another garland. So let's go ahead and stand that up. Okay, so here is the garland that I just created in the middle. It's fairly a little bit like taller than the ones on the ends, but that's okay because once I start making it organic and adding the different sizes, you won't even be able to tell. But here it is. I think it came out so good. I think it's gonna be really good, like look really good as the wall. And I'm just super excited about that. I have a new technique that I use to make my balloon garlands, which I will link. I'll insert a picture like right here for you to see the last balloon garland that I made. So if you want to check out that tutorial to get the technique that I used to create this, for this whole garland I only used balloons. I put the cluster on and then I used the neck of the cluster, connected it to the following cluster, used the neck of that, connected to the following. So it's kind of hard to explain, but if you want to see the technique, I'll link it right here somewhere in the cards, and then I will link it in the description box for you to go check that video out. But I think this wall is coming out so good. So the next step that I have to do with the wall is to start adding on the different sizes. So I have some 16-inch, I have 5-inch balloons in red, white, and green, and then I have some 16-inch green balloons. And then of course we'll just like figure out how I'm gonna maneuver it around, but for the most part I think it's cute already, y'all. I mean, it's not like an organic wall, but when I'm done, it's gonna look so cute. I'm so excited to see how it's gonna turn out. So let's start pumping up these 5-inch balloons. If we look down to my floor, I have my clusters, my smaller clusters, my 5-inch balloons, and all of those things blown up now. So I'm going to start adding them to the columns. Now what I'm going to do first is straighten these columns up so they're straight, and then to connect all the columns together, because you know it's like individual columns, I'm going to, what I did was I added 260 balloons, which is what these long balloons are. I added 260 balloons to my clusters so that I can stretch it super wide. So this is how I'm going to connect all the columns together. So I'm going to go from adding one here to adding one to this side. I'm going to go all the way down with it with different sizes and stuff, and that way it'll all connect and come together. But I'm going to do that with like kind of like the 9-inch balloons, and then once everything is connected, then I'll start adding in the different 5-inch balloons. So let's do it. I got everything on the wall. My camera kind of died in the middle of me putting up the connecting like the smaller clusters and stuff to the wall, but I feel like I explained it good enough for you to understand what I was doing, and I kind of showed you some. It just didn't record the whole thing. But are y'all ready to see the reveal of this wall? I think it came out so good. I'm so excited to show y'all. So without further ado, check out my Christmas theme organic balloon wall. Wow, it's so pretty. Let me back up a little bit. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment below and let me know what you think about it. Also comment below and send me some ideas of other things that I should create, and I will be sure to recreate everything that you list below. If it deals with like decorating or balloons, if you want to see like a mock setup, or say you're planning a party yourself, or you need some ideas and you need to know like how to do. My specialty is kids party, y'all. So kids parties. So if you need like some ideas on how you should set up something, give me the theme, give me the color scheme. I'll kind of like bring something to life for you to give you some ideas, and then you can like run with that. So that's what this channel is about. It's about all things party decor, planning, and just like having fun. So like I said, thumbs up this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, comment below, and I will see y'all in the next episode of DIY with Key.